That's cringe, but that's okay. Oh, we get to do the cool thing. Get to do the cool thing. Attack. Wait a minute. This shit one-shot him. We one-shot him. And this is why this card is absolutely sick. Attack. Trigger, target, target, and target. I would like to equip all of these and deal 16 damage to you out of nowhere. Hello everyone and welcome back. Marvel is out and we have a spicy one right off the rip. I discovered a card through my scouring of the new set because I did not get to play in the one event, and I didn't really look at any cards, to be honest, when they came out, other than when I was opening a couple boxes. But this card caught my eye, Super Soldier Serum. This reminds me of Mantle of the Ancients. If you ever play Commander, that's a big card you got to watch out for when you're playing against those equipment decks. But this gives +2/+2 and has First Strike and Vigilance already for 2 mana is pretty solid, giving 2 keywords and +2/+2. It does make it legendary, but that's not all that relevant. Whenever an enchanted creature attacks or block, attach any number of target equipment you control to it. You're going to see this card do absolutely absurd things where we kind of walk our board into a board wipe, so our opponent thinks they're safe, and then we play a hasty creature like this, attach this to it, and get to put a Buster Sword and a Leyline Axe for free onto our Quicksilver. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with double strike for 14, getting to draw 2 cards and cast 2 spells for free if that isn't already enough for lethal. And we can even sneak in other equipment like our auras, like Shelter by Ghost or a Shardmane's Rescue to make it a little bit stronger for that extra lethal damage if need be. Other than that, we're playing some Final Fantasy cards to round the deck out, being the 1-drop that allows us to add more mana for equipment. We get to play Cloud to tutor for equipment, and then we get to play this guy to attach equipment for free as well, and then using Gingerbrew as another haster when need be, using Rescue as protection. Seam Rip for low to the ground creatures. We kind of don't really know what we want this card to be. Shelter by a Ghost to round the deck out and keep it obviously as a good removal piece. And then we're also playing the Hammer of Thor. This does have a cycle card on the bottom part. I did not remember that that was on there, so I think I might miss this in a key moment. So if you see it, it's not that big of a deal. I just kind of missed it. But if you want to point it out, obviously feel free. And then we have Iron Man's Armor. This is a pretty cool card, mainly as another option for that kind of board wipe situation where if we have 4 mana, we can pay 2, turn this into a creature, attach this to it, and then attach all of our enchantments to it and strike for a 1-hit KO immediately. Or in situations where we're really desperate, pay 2, maybe this is enough to close it out anyway, or we can pay like to put a Lava Spur Boots on it, and maybe that 3 damage is enough. But with that said, we're going to be playing in the open stuff. I do want to play against new cards as I play new cards and tune the deck a bit before I just run it into the rank ladder, lose a lot of games, and then get really frustrated. And my internet has also been a monster to deal with. The power has gone out in my area multiple times. There's a lot of storms, a lot of weather, a lot of things knocking power lines, stuff down. So the internet's also been down quite a bit. So I haven't been able to do anything. And you'll kind of see how the video ends because I was in a match and it went down. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video today. And I hope you enjoyed the deck. If you have any suggestions, please let me know below. And let's go dive into the games. Okay, so we are ready to go. I got free cards. We're going to be trying this in normal. The weather is weirdly really bad in my area, so my internet kind of keeps crashing. So I am going to play around that. We're going to play 2 fully free cards and hit my opponent for 1. So turn 1, we have 4 permanents in play. And my opponent might just play a tap land and say go. And I wouldn't even blame him. Can tap for an equipment payment, so we can do this, equip Leyline Axe to here. It's actually working out incredibly well for turn 1. And now we'll hit him for 4. Having a good time. Having a good time. It spells, which is a little unfortunate. When it's flying. Here. I'm going to lose my creature. World may never know. We'll see. The other reason was to kind of test a new set and hopefully not just play against the same stuff over and over again. So when this equipment attached to target creature you control, gets 2/1 and has flying. What if I pay 2 life here, tap this, equip it here, and then hit my opponent for 3? And I just hold this rescue up. There might be better cards than rescue, to be honest, but I'm gonna pretend like there's not. My opponent is awesome. My opponent's way cooler than me. We're gonna try to pump this up as much as we can. Go here. Absorb that. My opponent is way cooler than me, unfortunately. Team Rips might be a card we cut. I'm not really sure. Day of Judgment seems like a cool card to play. Ill-Time Explosion seems like a sick card to play with that. Honestly, I was thinking about building her as well. She just seems really dope. 3 toughness. You could play a lot of lower end stuff with her, but then play like Ill-Time Explosion is kind of a backup option. You get to cast that thing for 2 mana. It's also equal to her power, right? So if you do like pump her somehow with like a pump spell, a lot of things get cheaper. I don't know. She seems really sweet, but we'll take game 1. Yeah, we can keep this, I think. Start with an axe. Get to play that guy. Get to play here, and if it doesn't get removed, we can equip this and shelter. This will allow me to do effectively 1,000,000 damage. I mean, this game's over now, which is pretty tight. Here. Attack. Deal 10 or 8. Down to 12 you go. I'm at 28 now as well. Pretty good turn, I would argue. I do say. This is also where we just kind of don't do anything, I think. We see if they're willing to block. Yeah. Here. And a seam rip, and I think that's GG's. My opponent did miss some land. So, yeah, we'll take it. Pretty sick game. Oh, the shuffler's perfectly fine. I'll mulligan. Okay, shuffler's perfectly fine. We're gonna try to keep just based off the cloud here, I think. This can be discarded. I remembered that from something else. Pretty sweet. I will try to play this, I think. Then maybe we can try to do Buster Sword nonsense. I just don't know. Red seems a bit dicey. Let's play it though. Oh, just phase? That's pretty tight. I may have to play more lands, to be honest. Okay. That is a double damager. Removing my thing. Works out pretty okay, especially if I do rip a land. Here. Do not. Yep. That cloud. A little part of me wants to do this. Kind of sweet, gives flying and stuff. Maybe this is only a one of, but I can untap. I can play this. Maybe play this. Maybe get to this. Higher Claw? No. I'll force them to use removal on this. Okay. Well, I was going to say, if I hit a land, I was 100% cycling this. I also make a treasure, which is kind of nice. I do just want to lower the damage right now. Let's do this. Let's make our boy a little bit bigger. Give him first strike and vigilance. Absolutely clears here. Lightning strike is obviously an option. My opponent's going to make a treasure, play a land, play this, and deal a lot of damage, I assume. Maybe? I would assume so. Kind of cool they're playing like a big red deck. Come on. They did not have enough for this, and they used their treasure. Well, there's the land they need, and there's a Hellkite and a Terror of the Peaks. Jesus. Talk about big red, brother. They should swing their Menace guy. I'll probably use this treasure to cycle this to blow up their whole board. Just hit them for 4. I am 11 cards deep on 2 mana, so you would assume eventually I'll get there. Especially considering now any equipment I play, I get to add for free. Add 1 mana so they can play one of these. Does have first strike. Have to play one from there. Now, this is good, and I still cannot hit a land. Of the Peaks, gonna have a weird time targeting this. This does give a 1-0. They could block, I guess, if they wanted to. Well, I think I'm dead, right? So I take 6 and then I take 10. Might be just dead to everything. If that's the case, then congrats. This does it re-enters the battlefield? It does, so I am dead. Unless they target Cloud for some reason, which is a big mistake. They do. And Cloud targets twice because of his ability. So it's going to take their Twin Flame away from them. Give it a hexproof here. They could have just gone face and won. If you're not sure why, this does double damage. So they could have done 4 to me, setting me to 13. Playing this and that 3 from the Terror of the Peaks would then deal more damage. And I still can't rip a land. It's an experience. Wouldn't it be so sick for these? If they double block, I play this, and then it makes it strong enough that it takes out both. Nice. Play here. And now, weirdly enough, I'm not still dead. Yeah, so watch. You're going to see about how much damage I take here. They are just not focusing on the lethal opportunity, and it's really costing them here. They're really, really worried about this. It's actually not that big of a deal. They could just have done the opposite. And now they have a problem where they just have to keep blocking this. So my recommendation, if somehow my opponent here, I think this is a ginormous example of focus on how you win the game and not how your opponent is winning the game potentially. This is not necessarily unblockable, for example. So when this flipped over, they could have hit us for 4 instead and set us to 13. Play the Twin Flame. Then Terror of the Peaks would have triggered for 3, hit us for 3, which would have doubled thanks to this, because if a source you would deals damage to an opponent or a permanent they do, it does double. So they actually deal 6 to us. So we go from 13 all the way down to 7, and then they hit us with a Terror of the Peaks that has flying for a 10 damage, and they would have won the game. But they were a little afraid of this guy, and I understand that, but that is a prime example of maybe sometimes taking a breath, look at the match, see how you can actually win the game potentially in that spot instead of being a bit defensive. You have all the big dragons out, try to swing them, and see if you can't win the game. Well, this is an interesting one. We do have some basics. We have an axe, a brute, a shelter, and a boots. I got the boots. Okay. We'll try our best. Looks like my opponent might be partaking in new cards, potentially. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they're not. I have this ginger brute. I have this brute. 50 to go. Have a mana open. We kind of hope they answer this, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to block. You should see if I block first. They do. I don't block, which I assume then will cause a... Oh! Just artifact destruction. Okay. Well. Feels over already. You can't have Bolas the Ravager as your name and then be a mono red player. That is just massively disrespectful. The Bolas. So, you'll need to take that back right now. Normally, Shelter by Ghost is a pretty good layup against this matchup, although it's obviously going to be a lot more difficult considering how it's going so far on the fact that they just have this. This is a good card and they should be playing it. It just sucks that it, you know, it's also randomly going to blow up my free Leyline Axe, which is otherwise bad. As we can see, it's going to brick up in the hand here. I don't mean that in a freaky way, so calm down. It makes this unblockable, so they can't do anything. Go here. Go here. Do I want to make this unblockable? Not really. Do this. I could just attack with it and get a creature off the board, but I'll wait. They hit a land. They were on the play, so their land was first. That sucks. That's bad. Another one of these? No. I have something, but thing has 2/2, gains first strike, vigilance, and is legendary, and it equips when it attacks. So let's try this. Pretty sweet card. Don't have to pay anything to do this now. And this doesn't have flying indefinitely, so it is a bit weird. Still give my creature more ward. Again, it does have first strike, so it does get around a lot of stuff. Will they chump block? This is almost the same example as last game. It's like, how do you win here? And that's by keeping your slick shot alive. Maybe keeping max value on the board. I could see blocking with the engineer because you kind of might be afraid. You did see a Leyline Axe. One more land does make it a bit scary. But 3 cards in the hand at 13. A couple of spells gets it done. That one does not. I will get to play this Leyline Axe, and I will get double strike here. Gives everything a little bit of a plus here. It still has first strike, so I'm not concerned. I don't know if they necessarily know that. That now has double strike, but this will be blocking here. Holy, I forgot it's on block as well. I really forgot it was on block as well. This Super Soldier Serums is pretty tight. It's pretty tight. So I'm going to take 8, which is scary. But I don't know if it's as scary as what is about to happen to my opponent. Do I shock or do I just use patch up to 1 equipment? I can use this. Not really blocking much anyway. But this could save me more than 2 damage, because I'm probably double blocking here. I guess so. Here. I think it gives trample. I don't know. It's got a lot of keywords on it. Lifelink, Ward 2, First Strike, Vigilance, Ward 1, Double Strike, Trample. Down to 1, my opponent goes. Up to 25 I go with 2 cards in hand. We're just kind of playing a little safe here. That's fine. This does have a lot of ward, a lot of keywords. It is an absolute monster of a cookie. Literal monster in general. They do not have enough toughness. They do not have enough to attack me. And it just does not matter. I will, I'll do this. You can only block with hasty creatures, which limits the field even more. And then I'm going to end it with the brute. The brute, loot, and scoot, amigo. Again, there's a monstrous amount of keywords on this, trample being one of them. Doesn't quite matter what my opponent does here. It still is not enough toughness to save it. So the first strike damage hits here and here. So down, and then 6 damage tramples over and hits them for the lethal win. And unfortunately, our opponent drew a little too many creatures, not enough spells to be super aggressive with. And we end the game at 37 against an aggro deck, which is always really nice. A weird one, but we'll keep. Why not? What are you gonna do? Stop me? I hope not. I should have just shocked this in. I don't know why I didn't. On a black removal. Okay. We'll see. Oh, well, that's stuck. That's pretty sick. You say? Say words. Do say words, and those words do be good. I'll equip this Buster Sword. I'll hit you for 5. I will cast a cloud. Seeking the God of Thunder himself, Hammer of Thor. That's cringe, but that's okay. Oh! You get to do the cool thing. You get to do the cool thing. Attack. Wait a minute. Just one-shot him. We one-shot him. Just play it. Play it. Let's go. Yo, what a crazy turn. Definitely a hand. If this kind of stays, we're good. No free cards in this one, but we'll see what's up. 2 drops are a bit abundant. I think I've been playing a lot of Riftbound, and the Riftbound count is 8 1-drops, and Magic is probably got to be higher than that. Go for it, dude. You get my shelter. You can have it all day, I guess. Go here. I'd much rather conceal this in case they have like another duress or something. Then my goal is to hopefully attack. Have Lava Spur do something. This card is an option my opponent can play. Play here. I am going to go get the card that draws me cards in Buster Sword. And honestly, I'm going to hold this land and just hope that they're like, oh, he doesn't have it. I probably just keep playing this card, and it's bumming me out a little bit. You can answer Cloud. but they cannot answer my creature in play. It has Ward 1. Okay. I will counter that. Lava Spur Boost just gives Ward 1. So. Wait, no, we can play that. Sick. I immediately thought it was a starting sound, and I was like, hold up. I will attach Buster Sword to a creature with Ward. Get for that. And now they have to pay 6 life in order to do anything. And I'll play another creature, even though I'm playing into a board wipe, which sucks, but we'll take it. We'll take it. All right, we need to go first. We have this online, although we don't have another 1-mana spell to go with it, so it's kind of whatever, but we can play it for free. This is like a good spot if we had a shock land that we didn't really want to throw in right away, but we'll have it come down. Play here. I don't know how to do the power up mechanic. I haven't quite done it. Actually, each power up ability only once reduces cost by its mana cost if it entered this turn. Oh, that's pretty high mana cost, so we weren't really reducing that much. So we can go here. I think I still want to play this guy. It seems like the better option 95% of the time. Playing Cloud and finding the resource after seems okay. Hey, Cloud. I personally want to do fun stuff, and I've had a blast grabbing this Buster Sword and calling it a day. We'll pass here, and I'm just going to throw my cards away. Okay. Interesting. Interesting spot to be. Now, a little part of me over the Buster Sword, although it sucks, makes me really want to Shelter by Ghost, but I can do that after my Buster Sword makes contact. I think on the fact that the universe will trade here. Yeah, we'll take that all day. And the reason for that is because, again, we're going to take their card away. We're going to draw a card here. Cast a card for free, being Shelter by Ghost. Attaching it here and exiling that, taking a mana rock away from them. So now we set them back 1 turn for that board wipe. That might be 4 or 5 mana. Maze My Tome comes down. That's a very slow turn for them now. And we kind of got everything we wanted. We have 6. 1 more land would have done everything we needed. 1 mana equipment might be worth playing. This is +2. The damage will put a Leyline Axe in play, and I want to hold this with this. So we go to combat. We attack. 0. Target, I guess. Go here. This comes in. We cast a Leyline Axe for free. And then I guess here I play Cloud and just go grab a Boots, maybe. I guess I just grab a boot. Play the boot. Don't have to worry about Ultima, maybe. Yeah, they had Judgment. This is actually fine. We smoke our opponent here thanks to this card alone. And this is why this card is absolutely sick. Unless they have a 1 mana removal spell, which it does not seem like they do. Attack. Trigger, target, target, and target. I would like to equip all these and deal 16 damage to you out of nowhere. What a crazy combination of cards you can do. Just pure setup, pure building up. Keep that haster in your hand. It's kind of like that plotted slick shot that you have to deal with, and it's all because of this card right here. This card might be an absolute monster coming up, and being able to play this for free or a Leyline Axe for free seems like an absolutely bonkers thing they're allowing us to do, but we'll take that win and move on. Well, as you can see, my internet struggles have continued. The power got shut off earlier today. The internet was... They sent out warnings that it was going to be down, and as you can obviously see, I'm still kind of struggling with this. I had queued up a match. I had a really, really good hand. Unfortunately, it was even one of the hands I wanted to show off. It was going to be a Leyline Axe cheated into a Ginger Brute, And then we had the aura to attach that Leyline Axe for free. So we were going to be able to attack our opponent and hit him for 8 on turn 2. Which just sucks that I'm not going to be able to do that and show it. But I think the attacks with the 1 drop, equipping 3 auras is pretty, or 3 equipment because of the 1 aura, is pretty proof enough that our deck's pretty good. There's a couple cards I do want to show into the deck, but unfortunately we're going to just have to work that on the side because I can't even log in because my internet's down. But I can still record this because it happened while I was in the game and it shut off. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions whatsoever, please let me know, and I will gladly check them out because I do think this deck has some legs with some of the explosiveness that we can have, especially on our first turn, being able to play cards for free and then play another card. But we'll see what happens, and I hope you all enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.